it myself. The
We're
yacht
calling
will
the helicopter?
explode.
Yes.
There's a helicopter?
Yeah, it's not that
There
big.
will be.
It's large, but it ain't that big. But the last session, all of you made a travel to Hawaii. You know, great vacation spot.
Hooray!
Beautiful, beautiful Hawaii.
Very, very nice spot. Very secluded. Helps with meetings. No danger possible.
Yacht's gonna explode.
You need to stop with that.
Did anyone check it for explosives?
I haven't had time.
Yes, someone checked it for explosives.
We did?
I don't know.
I thought we were intending to explode it.
I checked it for explosives.
See?
Um,
Okay.
Oh yeah,
that makes
because we
sense.
trust you.
but the meeting is to be held in place. Dion did a little bit of a premonition and got information.
Question mark?
But the arrival of these groups, 3 separate other smaller boats arrived, and 7 figures arrived as well. Sitting around this square kind of... I don't want to say square because it's got that weird curve to it, because rich people aesthetic can't be just uniform. It has to be slightly fucking off for whatever goddamn reason, as I've discovered in anything that I can see, anything that is like higher class. But why? I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't be what the plebs get.
Yeah. A realistic view on life, that's what they have. So arriving, and with, I believe, Izzy was at like one of the heads of the table, or whatever constitute.
Yeah,
It's
whatever I could find
curved.
is close enough. Yeah.
Rose is at the other end of one. She does note that you're at one of the heads of the table.
I'm giddy with excitement.
She won't comment on that, but she definitely doesn't say anything, but she's definitely thinking something. With that being the case, these other figures, are all of you positioned somewhere near Izzy or Rose?
No, I'm picking a seat to the side that will give me the closest access to the little... What was the emergency craft called?
Zodiac.
Is that Zodiac? Yeah. I'm sitting in a corner with my eyes on both exits.
And I have no, but I of course am by Dion.
You got there.
We did it.
Congrats.
Yeah, no, Willow's by Rose.
Okay.
But he's humble enough to be at least a step away from her, not like next to her.
Okay. One second. Because I should probably bring up reference sheets, otherwise I am going to make myself very, very confused.
Leah Sheriff. Looks so good.
Nope, that's not the right character sheet reference. That's Hunter the Reckoning. Anyways, there we go.
I'm scared.
Hot twist.
Fuck me up, Joey. Let's go.
Let's do this. Come on.
But the for you, Willow, it's very rare that you see this from Rose, but you standing kind of off to the side and near, not close, but it's almost, it's minor, but it's there. Appreciation. The other 7 figures arriving, one being a tall, probably Hispanic in heritage, man, kind of darker hair, shorter cut, very business formal, with the dark kind of slate gray suit and everything. Doesn't take you very long to assess that this individual is probably Ventru. Accompanied by two individuals. Look like they're probably ghouls of their own. One of them is dismissed to go to the boat, as there was a very specific rule of having one. And that rule is to be respected. And it doesn't seem like, despite being Ventru and Gangrel territory, doesn't seem like he's willing to push it or willing to challenge it as most Ventru would. He actually seems very patient. He did very, very specifically puts himself in probably like one of the center seats. That does not face any of the exits. The second two individuals plus the one ghoul that they have here, two individuals, they look relatively similar in build and appearance, kind of little past the ears, but like waves and curls of like tangled walnut black hair. European, Northern European of descent, probably. Very much, again.
No, it's only him.
Truly, in terms of fashion sense, outclasses Dion in every sense of the word. That might not be hard to do, depending on who you're asking. Does look like they're making a tiny bit of a statement here, because they are also dressed in sort of a formal attire, though it is more like button blouse, though a couple of the buttons are left loose and undone. Dark, kind of almost fingerless biker gloves are set there. Well tailored, like form-fitting vest and kind of dark dress pants and heels to match between the two of them. Probably not twins, but damn near close. As they sit, and one specifically right next to Rose, one closer to where Izzy is. Their style, the way they kind of carry themselves, and Esme, you're pretty good at spotting this. This is Clan Toreador, for sure. As the other two ghouls, aside from Izzy's, are all left at kind of opposite corners. They're all assessing each other's threat level. But as they all sit, one of the Toreador women is the first to speak. And it is what all of you are maybe thinking. A yacht? Really? Well then, I suppose we should get this started. So, to whom are we all... Are we all associating each other by name, or just an alias of sorts?
You can call me Nox.
And what is your role here?
Gesture vaguely to Rose.
The role here is as an observer. merely to watch this meeting unfold. As they look around and assess the second Toreador that's there, she relaxes a little bit, and this is a thing that will probably pique everyone's interest here as the Toreador kind of snaps her fingers, and the second one just glides into her form. And singular. At this point in this session, in this meeting, your characters are given free reign, as Rose has allowed it, for you to add your input or put in questions to said members. The Ventru themselves is staying relatively quiet, trying to take a gauge of everyone.
Izzy will mostly be doing the same at the moment.
Okay.
Just reading whoever she can. They can.
I spoke too soon.
Well, the meeting's fairly simple, as the Ventru finally speaks up. The meeting here is simply to ascertain making moves to deal a blow to lesser kindred society. I believe my fellow kindred from Clan Toreador over there, I believe she has a vested interest on the west coast, and that is already a little bit weak, so... As for myself, the northern eastern states have my attention. And all of you.
East Coast.
Lose it. Yeah.
Right. There is a slight rumbling around this yacht as Dion, you can begin to hear raindrops fall. One element of your premonition has come to pass.
All right. Is everyone mostly like sitting, or are they walking around chatting?
Everyone
Okay.
is sitting for the most part. The key players are sitting. The ghouls that are around are not sitting specifically. They are all kind of off in different corners, but they're all in eyesight of each other, so they can all respond to each other if one of them decides to do something.
Okay. Dion is going to... It's not much of a change, but he's going to stand up and lean against the wall at a better angle to observe. Just arms over chest, just watching.
Okay. You know what? Why don't you, Dion, because you have a better, like, advantage of anything at this point, why don't you make me an intelligence and etiquette roll?
Intelligence and etiquette. My character sheet will open. Because I'm stupid and forgot to open it ahead of time.
That pain is more palpable in roll 20. um,
I'm sorry, it was intelligence and etiquette?
yes, intelligence etiquette.
Oh, yeah.
That's not actually that great. Oh well. Um, that's not actually super great, but one success.
One success? One success will do it. Um, Looking at all of this and the meeting and kind of the intensity of the situation and how the Venture and the Toreador are the most expectant, like waiting for something. Just given where you're at, and is he keeping an eye on other aspects as may kind of focusing on dangers pertaining to you, Will is actually a little out of view of being able to see this, like the facial expression to its whole, but Rose is the one that seems the most detached in this meeting.
Okay.
Can I don't know if you want me to roll anything, but Willow's mostly gonna be watching Rose for any sort of cue if he should say something or act, but otherwise he's like pretty passive.
Um, I think from this observational perspective, he is going to mostly keep his eye on Rose very carefully, watching her expressions, watching for any movement, while also like uh it's kind of like a rotation of like 5 seconds on Rose, then going around the table, back to 5 seconds on Rose, that kind of thing.
5 seconds?
Yeah. Just a
Oh.
constant rotation. 5 seconds on Rose, 5 seconds off watching others, 5 seconds back on Rose.
Okay. For a little bit, and then conversations begin to, kind of, any tension that is there kind of has begun dying down. As yeah, the Venture is the one to speak the quickest. Well, Rose, you brought us out here with an invite. I would like to know what is to be discussed aside from the obvious. In due time. Yeah, I'm very, very patient in most things. But you've been very, shall we say, cagey over the past few months. And patience is running thin. I apologize. Patience will only have to be a little longer.
don't like that.
There is a slight buzz as her phone goes off. And she does do a quick check and lets out almost an exasperated and irritated sigh. I will be right back. Apparently the captain of the yacht wants to speak with me.
Do I have an angle enough that I could see the phone when she lifts it?
You won't be able to see the phone itself, but where she has positioned herself, you can see the reflection in one of the windows to some degree.
Okay, can I get a read on that?
Yeah, it's very clean. But it's almost black, white, and gray on the screen. And there is, it's hard to tell the shape exactly, but the long and thin nature of it suggests a vessel. As that's about all you catch before she closes it and excuses herself.
Am I able to do like an insight on her?
Yeah. You can do a.
I was gonna ask too.
Okay. I also want to do something, but it's not related to that.
Okay. For those wanting to look into Rose's whole deal, this can be a. I would say. Depending on what you're looking for, this is either wits insight or intelligence insight.
What
Wits
would?
insight or intelligence?
Same roll for me either way.
Yeah, it is the same roll for me both ways.
Yeah.
Wits is a little bit more of that, like, streetwise feel to it. Whereas intelligence is looking for a much more, like, finite.
I think I'll go wits.
I'll go intelligence.
3.
I'll also go with.
Okay.
How important would this be? Really?
No,
Do I burn a willpower?
It is either going to save our lives or it's going to be inconsequential.
You know what? His reaction would have been the same either way, because he's going to. Yeah, I'll.
I'll use a willpower.
Before you give them their results, I think Dion's going to just take a second to sort of. He and Esme know each other well enough at this point that I think he can signal that something's
Not
fishy.
right.
Yeah, something's very not right. And he's going to act like he's going to pull out his phone, like he's going to take her absence as a chance to look over some messages or make a call or something, and get into the little. Presumably, the passage to the Zodiac is like a little alcove / hallway.
Yeah, it's like the way this yacht is designed. I looked it up. The way that the Zodiac area is designed, it's technically like past the engine room. So you have to pass through the engine room and go out like another door. And then it's just resting on like a ledge that you can just push and send out.
Is it possible to get through this little exit to get to the get to the door of the engine room while still being able to see into the meeting room?
Yes, but it won't be as conclusive. because the engine room is down a level. So you will be able to see upwards a little bit, but you won't be able to see like flat. So you will be losing some vision doing this because you'll be going down.
Take a look at some things real quick then. Let me see. Sorry. He's gonna get like to where the stairs would start then,
Okay.
and just pull the phone up to his ear like he's listening to something.
All right.
Even though they probably aren't even paying attention, but
Okay.
actor.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, I just wanted to get that out of the way before you gave them their results.
Okay. So Izzy was 3, and Esme was how many again?
3.
3 and 3. Okay. And who did intelligence? Who did wits? I remember it went.
I did
Wits.
intelligence.
Okay. Izzy, it's very clear that something is off. Rose has not been very forthcoming from start to finish here. And that tells you already that this is a pretty huge problem. Even arriving at the airport felt off. For Esme, with intelligence, these figures probably very, very much likely this Toreador and Ventru probably have technically a higher station than Rose would ever have, realistically. So excusing herself from a meeting she set up is, one, it's a little poor etiquette, and also it's bad manners and just all around not a great choice. So there's either something very drastic has come up, or this meeting has an entirely different purpose.
Esme, I'll probably stand up. Be like, oh, do you need someone to go with you?
That's what I was gonna
If it's
do.
something this important. Sorry? I'll make eye contact with Willow.
Now you can go for it.
I think I have this, but if you feel the need, then sure.
Well, just to make sure we're not holding up the meeting too long.
That's fair. And she'll make the way, and it's not a huge. You do have to like leave this main room to go up to the upper deck, but
I am gonna activate my heightened senses
okay.
just to make sure anything that might be coming up.
Sorry. Just could I also do one more thing?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Mhm.
it's probably not going to be super helpful because I don't think anyone's using something that'll be caught by this, but I'm going to attempt sense the unseen.
Explain that one to me really quick.
The senses of the vampire become attuned to dimensions beyond the mundane, allowing them to sense presences otherwise hidden from the naked eye. This can be anything from another vampire using obfuscate to someone using auspex to spy upon the character to a ghost in the middle of the room. Dormant blood sorcery spells and rituals might also be found with this power at the storyteller's discretion. It's either a wit's auspex or a resolve plus auspex.
Let me look really quickly here.
You want me to go ahead and roll for it, though?
Yes, please do roll for it. I gotta check something because I don't remember if this is important.
I'd also like to activate my fleetness, if that's all right.
Yeah,
That
that's
does cost a rouse check. So is that like a visible thing when you activate that?
fine. I don't think so. Not in this case. In
You
certain
said
situations, probably, but in this case, not really.
I got hungier.
yeah, oh dear. Resolve plus aspects.
It's fine. There's plenty of blood bags around us.
I hungies.
Oh,
I'm only at 2. It's fine.
I got it. I've got to do so much fucking math. uh, uh,
Math rocks. Math rocks.
the math
Gotta roll
rocks,
them
they
math
haunt me.
rocks.
They haunt me.
I love my math rocks.
2, 3,
So does my cat. She tries to steal them.
6, 7, 8,
Oh.
9. Okay, time to roll 9 dice.
Jesus.
Okay.
Right.
Why couldn't I have small amounts of dice for this? Who knows?
Did you say 9 dice?
Yes.
Yes,
Jesus
that is what he
fucking
said.
Christ.
I
Don't you
said what I
want more
said.
dice?
I said what I said. I've got 4 successes here.
Okay. So you can see, like, you said, things being hidden, or...
Mm-hmm. It makes it sound like it's like anything from obfuscate to auspics to fucking supernatural invisibility.
Do blood magic stuff.
Yeah, and blood magic stuff. It can sense that. Dormant blood sorcery spells and rituals might also be found with this power at the storyteller's discretion. Yes.
With 4 successes, you do find something.
Oh boy.
It's very faint, and it's probably something that and it's not blood sorcery or anything of that. But it does come off of, the dominate abilities. And you don't know exactly what it is, but it is slightly coming off of Rose, and she's probably not even aware of it.
I saw Esme go with her, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to, since my phone is already out, text Esme. What can I text? It's a quick message that won't freak out but gets the message across. Variety of dominate on Rose. She might be unaware.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, did Rose bring any of those ghouls do any of those ghouls belong to Rose or no?
No.
Okay.
Actually, worryingly enough, you have not seen any ghouls from Rose.
Mm.
That's...
Alright. Esme, you do get that text, and you get that right about when the two of you enter the main control cabin.
Cool.
There is, no one operating up here.
There's no one here.
Nope.
My heightened senses. Anything picking up. Anything important.
Yes. Lethal intent.
For Rose?
Yeah, seems like.
Oh, boy.
Shit. Can I use Daunt on Rose to make her back the fuck up?
Hold on. I have to
Question.
check.
I have also activated my fleetness, so if I need to yeet myself out of the way, I'm ready.
Yeet, yeet.
Listen, I'm prepared. I will take this bitch down, but I will get out of the way first.
Remind me what Daunt does really quick.
I have it all written down. Hold on one moment. Alright. That's not what I want. Okay. Instead of attracting people, the vampire uses presence to repel. With this power, the user appears threatening and exudes an aura of menace, powerful enough to make most mortals avoid their attention, and even vampires think twice about acting against them. I used presence on my intimidation roll. Attacking the user requires a resolve plus composure roll at difficulty 2. So, like, if she decides to attack me, she has to roll resolve plus composure.
Resolve plus composure. Okay. That is
Oh, so she is attacking me. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that is 3 successes.
So she succeeds.
She does
Alright.
succeed. You do have enough time to react here as a very nice, kind of, rose gold and black, looks like, I'd say, like a rose gold and black, Jericho pistol.
Oh, good.
You do have time to react to this.
Cool. Great, love it. So what dexterity thing should I do?
I think...
Is it dexterity? Like, it mentions dexterity athletics, but I don't know if that's the only thing.
I think dexterity athletics applies here. I think that
Cool,
makes the
great.
most sense.
Alright, so that would be 7 dice.
Dex firearms. He's actually not very good with firearms.
At least everyone's gonna hear this fucking gunshot.
This is true.
It'll be drowned out by the explosion, don't worry.
Okay,
Also
that is
probably true.
4 successes. Why?
Bestial failure from Rose here.
If it's a failure, that means I don't die, right?
Correct. There is a slight hint, like a brief... The way it's set here... This probably isn't a weapon that she carries. And thus... Rather than... fire, which it does in fact do that, it just... The bullet doesn't leave the chamber. As there is... To you, there is a ringing noise that follows and a spark of, like, gunpowder and flame and shards of metal flicking outwards. For Dion, there is a very distinctive popping noise.
Cool. I should still have one of those silver stakes on me, right?
Yep.
Cool. Can I yeet myself at her to try and pin her to, like, a wall or something?
Yeah.
Because I know this is, like, Willow's, like, person lady,
No,
so
go
maybe
for
I
it.
don't need to kill her right away, but also, she tried to fucking shoot me!
She did
Yeah.
attempt to do that. You are correct.
And she's got us in the middle of fucking Hawaii!
He did also do that, yes.
So I am gonna like scream,
Okay.
but in like a murderous rage kind of scream.
Okay, I think that
Um,
can be heard, even if it is a bit muffled in the current situation.
And then I'm gonna jump at her with a silver stake.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I would say that's a strength melee, maybe? Yeah.
Melee. Okay, cool. That's still 5 dice, so
Hey, not bad.
please crit. Hot diggity damn! Sometimes you just have to ask nice. So that's 5 successes. No. Yes, because 2 crits
Equals 4.
and then plus 1. Yeah, 5.
5, cool. The 4
Math.
will not beat you. Yeah, that will do it. She is staked against probably the, like, wall against this vessel.
Oof.
To this whole situation, hearing that pop go off, your, ghoul, Izzy, immediately draws a weapon, like, draws the weapon ready, and the other two as well, and it's kind of this awkward stalemate of, like, who's to blame here.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. What are the Toreador and the Ventru's immediate reactions? First, 3 seconds.
Toreador, holds up a finger, and the Ventru seems to stop the ghoul with a stare alone. And they immediately eye each other because, given how this meeting is set, they're suspecting each other over the host.
That's fair. Assuming Michael is bloodbound as trained was well enough as I would hope, he does not shoot unless I explicitly tell him to.
He does not. He is primed, though, in case.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. He's probably got his Mossberg out.
Can...
Um,
Oh, go
Yep.
ahead. Are you sure?
no, go for it. Yeah.
Hearing all the noise, I do pop my head back in,
Okay.
observe this scene, and just go, fair warning to everyone. Seems our host had a bit of dominate on her, apparently. So, take with that what you will. And he walks back out.
Okay. The door that Esme and Rose left out, that's on the opposite side of the room.
It's on the opposite side of the room, and it'd be on the exterior outside, and then there's a stairwell going up to the upper floor and the main deck for the pilot navigation.
Okay. Would I know, would there be another way I could get out behind me to get up there?
Yes,
little more
yes,
roundabout,
there's
but-
like a patio, like gazebo area that you could go up that way as well. It's a little longer trip, but you can get there.
Okay. I'm going to make eye contact with Willow and just give a very little...
He is up and he's running.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm... Alright, I'll just tell Michael, come, and turn and get the fuck out and go upstairs.
Mhm.
These two want to shoot each other? Have fun.
So is Rose like torpored to the wall, staked,
Yeah,
or just stuck? Okay, cool.
yeah.
Cool.
It's not
Now,
like
when
it's
someone's
not
in
like
torpor,
a
you can't ask them questions, can you?
No, it's not like a
Damn.
severe form of torpor where, like, some, when they get, like, if a vampire gets shot in the skull, for example, the torpor is a little bit more serious. This is maybe, like, Rose might be borderline cognizant. Like, she might be able to still retain, like, questions asked, she just won't be able to respond to them.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw the gun out of her hand.
Yeah, it has a particular thing that you can kind of note just seeing how things are set. Um, the barrel has obviously when it jams, the barrel at the exterior and kind of the center explodes outwards when it's damaging like that. And you can see some of the fragmentations and the rounds remaining. And I think, Esme, you at least know handguns well enough to where the caliber of round fired here, the bullet itself, the shell was the right size. The bullet itself was just a little too large. By a very minuscule amount, but a minuscule amount is enough to jam a barrel.
So that shot was never going to hit me.
No. Nope. This
That-
looks more deliberate to sabotage Rose more than anything else.
Okay. So looking at that, I'm going to look her in the face and be like, "You're dominated, and someone screwed you over."
She can't respond to you.
No, I know. And then I'm going to be looking around the room I'm in, quickly, but trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Is there a reason we came up here other than for her to shoot somebody? Because no one was supposed to go with her. So
Correct.
why... So who was she going to try to shoot?
That is a fantastic question.
Like, is there a vantage point from up here for, like, where everyone's sitting that she was going to try?
From here, there is a... You know what? Why don't you make me a... Yeah, let's do... Yeah, let's do Wits Awareness.
Okay, cool, great. All of my greatest hits. Okay, Wits Awareness, that is 6 dice. I built my character right.
There's so many dice, oh my god.
Is this... If I use a willpower, I can only reroll 2 of the dice. And I do not have enough willpower. I have 2 willpower left.
It might be fine.
Is it worth it? It's probably worth it. I'll use a willpower. Alright.
Do what you must.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. Looking around, there are very specifically at where this cavern is, you can see all 3 vessels here. You can see all 3 vessels where they are stationed. They are very intently positioned, and the way the yachts, there would be a vantage point to anyone leaving. But that's not what catches your eye the most. It's the bright kind of dull white light off in the distance and the blinking reds and green that just are steadily getting closer.
So she called someone or someone... Can I get her phone?
Yeah.
I want her phone. I want to open the phone. If it's locked, does she have, like, the fingerprint lock? Can I use her fingerprint?
Yes, you can. Unlocking the phone, you're able to see, like I said, from Dion's observation, it's this black and white and gray type of image, and a very long shape, and you can make out the shape. That's the yacht. This phone is connected to a very powerful satellite. So, whatever is coming is
Okay.
military tech.
Shit!
Oh boy.
Is there like a balcony or anything like where I can like shout down to the people below deck?
One better. There's an intercom system up here.
I'm just gonna slam that shit and like, we need to go now.
Dion is already halfway to the fucking Zodiac.
Alright, actually, I'm gonna say everybody needs to go now. Shit's coming.
Okay.
And I'll try to relay some form of information of like, she's got satellite imagery and there are lights coming. It looks like military shit. We
Yeah.
need to go.
You know, another prospect, just about Hawaii. Lots of naval base shit.
Yeah!
when we know the Second Inquisition has some mild intelligence agency ties.
Just a few.
So,
Just a
also,
few.
Esme would have said all of that in a significantly more
Esme tone.
Esme style, as opposed to me freaking out right now.
Okay. So, giving what everyone... Willow, you were headed upwards, correct?
Yeah, he is booking it towards Rose and where Esme is.
Okay. You will get up there. Rose is in a state of torpor against a wall. There is a broken firearm and ricochet bullet kind of embedded around in the area. Looks like there was a brief interaction here.
Esme has 2 seconds. to
I toss him the
convince
phone
Willow
immediately to
not
distract him for
throw
2
her out the
seconds.
window. Okay.
She shot at me. The gun was jammed. The gun was always going to be jammed because it's fucked. She has dominate on her. And she's sent.
Dominate on her. She doesn't anymore, and he's gonna go over.
We don't know. All right, you better be ready to throw her off this fucking ship because I am.
So actually, question: is that true? Like, would Willow know that, or would he know otherwise, or am I wrong? Typically, I think torpor ends conditions.
Generally speaking, yes. It depends on the severity of it, but in most cases, in 99% of the cases, usually yes.
Listen, I know she has dominate on her. I don't know if the dominate is why she shot at me.
Fair.
The dominate could be anything else.
Okay.
How bonded is he to her, if at all, at this point?
Well, to put this into perspective, if you have to run and leave her, it might cause you some mild discomfort, but not much more than that.
Can you keep the stake in her and pull her off the wall?
Oh.
That's the solution.
Kind
He's
of
not
like,
even good as, like-
hold it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna do that.
Okay, great, cool. We need to go. We need to leave. We need to leave now.
Hey, he's leaving. He's leaving.
Wait, we came here on this yacht.
There are boats. Escape boats.
Yep, the escape boats.
Yep, go. Just, how far up is this? Like, could he jump onto the deck?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say just drop her.
Well, from this navigational deck to like the main deck where you were, it's about a 25-foot drop, but you could do it.
Okay. He'll do that. He's got toughness and stuff, so.
I've got Cat's Grace.
Yeah, you can both do
there
that.
you go.
And actually, that's a good time to do that, because had you waited a bit longer, you can just see it just out of the periphery and we're going to get in a moment where everything is going to start happening simultaneously. Doing that, I do still want Esme and Willow to make a dexterity. This is dexterity athletics for sure.
Okay. And Bearcat's with him, by the way.
I was
Of
gonna
course.
ask.
Yeah. Dexterity, athletics, you said?
Yep.
No problem.
Okay, dexterity. Are we dodging something?
Yes.
6.
Great. We love to see it.
I'm
Okay,
definitely
sweetness.
using a willpower.
Add the celerity rating.
Okay.
Hey, Joe,
Yes.
Yeah.
just for reference, he's gonna already be starting that shit up. He's not
Dexterity,
waiting.
Athletics is
He's like,
7
I'm
dice
giving Esme a few seconds to
plus
catch
2
up.
dice. So that's 9 dice for me, actually.
Oh my god.
I should have done 9 dice before.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ.
I rolled 3 successes.
6,
Okay.
8. Okay. Are you fucking with me right now?
Oh no.
I only have 1 willpower left. Is this worth it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
How do you only have 1 left?
I only had 3.
Oh my god.
I
would
doubled
like to point
willpower.
out that willpower is the main thing you roll to resist frenzies of sorts.
That's not
And
important.
You generally need more than 1 success anyway.
It's
I think
fine.
you might add some of your humanity in as well.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine. Frenzying is fun. Don't worry about it.
Listen, I've got 7 humanity.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm losing a lot of willpower because I have 3 successes. So
3's
That's-
fine. 3's
yeah.
fine.
3 will be fine.
all right, I
You're
had 3
totally not dodging a
successes.
missile.
Missile.
No, right now you're just you're jumping without doing damage. So
Is that what we're doing? Or are we dodging something?
we're jumping out of the tower. At
We're
least
also
Willow
doing
is.
both. But
Oh boy. Okay. Never
Well,
mind.
because I have
Willow.
cat's grace, so I automatically pass any dexterity or athletics-based roll.
Oh.
Needed.
Well, then
It's like needed to keep balance, but
you're
mhm.
good. You're jumping. You're like doing anime bullshit. You know.
yeah.
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 There is, and this hits the side as you both kind of move out of the way as the lights that are getting closer begin just underneath it. It's like a strobe light going off as as this drone
Fucking with me right now. God damn it.
has 120 millimeter rounds.
Military drone. Yay.
As
Oh,
it
military drone. Is that what the image was?
maybe. As
You
that
know-
begins tearing through what once was a very nice command and navigational deck. Those rounds will just tear through this thing and will begin cutting this vessel in half.
Love that.
Simultaneously, Izzy, what are you doing? As Esme has hit that over the intercom, declaring that everyone needs to leave.
I'm going to tell Michael to make sure Dion doesn't leave without the rest of us.
Okay.
Send him up to do that, and I'm going to start heading up to the top, to the observation deck or the navigation deck, before it starts getting cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
Once it starts getting cut in half, I am probably going to.
Who the fuck did I piss
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some Spider-Man shit. Climb on the edge outside, just to scale around it real quick, and drop back to the exit that I expect the Toreador and the Venture to take out.
Mm-hmm.
As my form shifts a little bit, and Joey, you're gonna have to tell me if this is feasible for vicissitude. Can I turn one of my arms into effectively a cannon to shoot bone spikes?
Yes, I will say yes, but there is a trade-off here, as that will be more or less at a detriment to yourself.
I mean, that's fine. I can regrow bones later.
God, I wish
So I'm
that's how it
gonna.
worked.
Bone spurs
I
again.
can graft. I can graft more body mass onto myself if I need to. So first off, the
Are you
rouse
going to
check
steal bones?
success if I need to. Then let's make sure I have enough successes to do this properly. Well, considering I have 7 successes, I'm gonna say that's probably enough
Yeah.
with a crit.
Yeah,
Jesus
you're fine.
Christ!
You're fine.
I got a crit. This is a good roll. Okay, so there's one change out of the 3 I can make, unless you want to say that takes more than one,
Mm,
considering the complexity of the
I would say it takes
request.
at least 2, just because it's...
Okay, two's fine. Two's fine. And using that, what would you say would be the required roll to hit anything with my new cannon?
We're gonna just use the dexterity firearms, because I think that makes the most sense here.
Oh, that's so good. I have nothing in firearms. Then I will swap a point from strength to dex for my other one.
Okay.
And then, if the Toreador and the Ventru aren't leaving the conference room, I'm going to kick open the door and tell them, get the fuck out now.
Okay. Yeah, they're already making moves to leave.
Good. I'm going to attempt to cover them.
Okay.
And see if I can shoot that drone out of the air. I'm gonna shoot the
Okay.
Gee, thanks, Willow. Have us come to Hawaii for a hit.
I doesn't know.
Just let me know whenever you want that check.
Okay.
Let me know whenever I come in conflict with Michael.
Alright. All simultaneous. That's happened, that's happened. Right around now, Izzy, you can begin to hear. Whereas Willow and Esme saw it before they truly, like, heard anything. You only hear it, but you can hear the sound of brass going through metal at ridiculous speeds and superheated.
Beautiful.
Dion, you are readying the Zodiac.
Yes.
As Michael kind of comes into contact with you and kind of demands you wait, I guess, a little bit.
Compel.
I mean, he wasn't going to be aggressive about it.
Compel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how so?
Elaborate.
Question.
Hmm.
Would Michael look into his eyes? Michael knows what we are. Michael knows what we can do.
Yes, but is he trying to have this conversation with me?
I sent him down there to make sure you don't leave. He doesn't necessarily stare you in the eyes.
No, he's not gonna, like, stare directly in the eyes, but he is going to, like, kind of wait, please.
Does he look away if I look him in the eyes?
You know what? I'm gonna see how quick he is at this. Wow. Wow.
Feast failure, right?
Yep. We're at 2 now.
Excellent.
No, he does not succeed at avoiding your gaze.
Well, return to the deck.
He doesn't have a choice here. He
Oh,
has
no.
to.
Do you not even want me to roll?
Yeah, why don't
Would
you roll
argue
just to
he's
see?
yeah. Intelligence
Well,
and resolve.
he a-
Do you want me to roll for him?
Yeah.
Do ghouls count as mortals?
Yes and no, depending on
Technically,
what you're talking about.
they're weird.
But he is definitely prepared.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He knows about
Yeah.
us.
Okay.
He's also not going to succeed this roll, but I can try.
Like he's not gonna. He's obviously gonna fail. But how hard does he fail?
You know what? Fuck it. He's going to spend a point of willpower
Yeah. We could get.
because he can. Also, while I double check
I'm gonna just
something.
start giving my characters more willpower.
4 successes.
4 successes. Okay.
Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm double checking one thing.
I don't think he has a lot of dice in that.
No, he doesn't. I was checking to see if there was like a clause. Something's obviously detrimental to his health.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is in basic dominate, and considering his proficiency with firearms, and I assume he can hear the rotary cannon. I was wondering if that would aid him at all in not walking to his death.
I don't think so in this case.
No, okay, that's fine. So there goes the willpower. Yeah, he's just got 1.
Okay. Yeah,
I didn't expect him to succeed that.
he does look a little defeated at this. He's gonna go back to where Izzy is, I guess. What are you doing, Dion, from this point?
I just don't like Izzy doing anything that would involve telling me what to do.
Ah,
Esme has exactly 30 seconds before I leave. And I'm texting her as such.
How dare you?
He's literally texting her 30 seconds to get here or you're going to have to jump on this thing.
Which I mean, I can do. But
Yes, and he knows you can, but he's also like, everyone fucking knows this is here, and he does not want it overcrowded with other Sabbat members who are going to care less about your safety than Dion is.
yeah.
okay.
I don't think she's checking her phone if she's.
No, I'm not.
No, probably
I can
not.
feel it ding. I can feel it vibrating in my pocket, though.
Okay. As
We have the grenade launcher, don't we? Where would that have been dropped off?
I think you took the grenade launcher.
I did.
Yeah.
Where would that have been, do you think?
it's
On you?
probably it's not on. It'd probably still be like kind of hidden where the meeting table was.
And that's where we're jumping down to anyway, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I am absolutely gunning for that grenade launcher
Okay.
right before we run for the fucking whatever it's called, the book.
Okay.
The boat.
Y'all know how small a Zodiac is, right?
It's not big.
Mm-mm-mm.
He might be overestimated. He might have over-exaggerated on the 30 seconds because it can fit like maybe 2 or 3 more people.
Actually, you know,
Maybe.
if you're really, really determined, a Zodiac can technically fit up to 6 people. It is.
Considering everyone else came on different boats.
It is not comfortable in the least.
Yeah, so
but-
they can go back to their boats. We are getting on the Zodiac.
Okay.
I just want to shoot at the fucking drone.
Okay. Getting down. Willow, are you heading off somewhere else still, or
No, he's getting to the lifeboat.
okay? Going off that direction. Esme and Izzy and Michael are all the ones here. Then Michael's back is a little surprising considering he looks.
It does not take long to figure out what happened.
Yeah, he looks a little annoyed. But there's nothing he can do about that really.
That's fine. He'll follow me.
As this thing continues firing, Michael does have a slug chambered into this.
Yeah, he
It
does.
probably won't do as much damage to a drone as the 2 of you. However, given how fast this thing moves, you have exactly 1 chance at this. Because it will make its pass, and then it's probably out of ammunition, and it will take off.
Yeah.
you will have exactly one chance at this because I'm using the model of like the Predator drone. So those things are incredibly fast. They're fairly large. And it will not take them very long to just clear 90 feet of space. So that being said,
All right.
you will have to time this, and everything will have to. It is a high difficulty. But this
Fine.
is a dexterity firearms check. Between
All right.
the. I mean, Michael's gonna try anyways, but
Yeah. Yes.
okay.
All right. Let's see what Michael gets.
Yes.
There's another point of willpower.
Oh dear.
He has as much willpower as you do, Esme.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Nope. 3 off.
Don't bully Esme.
That is 4 successes for Michael.
4 successes.
Mhm.
You don't hear anything to indicate that there's a hit.
Okay. Can Izzy take a shot?
Yep.
Can I take a shot with the grenade launcher?
Yep.
Yes.
Blood surge for Izzy. Success.
Okay.
What is a blood surge?
2 extra dice to a particular attribute for the rest of the scene. For a rouse check.
Oh, yes, I want to do that.
Okay.
What's your blood potency?
Oh yeah, that will help with. That will determine.
What is my blood potency?
Probably
My
one.
blood surge is 2 die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So I do a rouse check before I do it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A success. So, yeah, fuck you.
Um,
So, and that was dexterity firearm?
Yep.
and that's the willpower for Izzy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's
That
4
is
dice.
5
Dexterity.
successes for Izzy.
2 firearms and then 2 extra dice.
Almost
Nice.
critical.
2, 4, 6. That's 8 dice. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah! Okay, that is 6 successes.
6 successes. How many is he?
5.
5 will also...
Wait, there was one of the criticals was on my blood dice.
Oh, so you got a brutal critical then.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Is he the 5 actually doesn't even cut it, as this thing moves
wow.
too fast because not... Fortunately,
It's a drone, yeah.
It's a drone, and you don't fire as fast as like a bullet or a grenade launcher.
I have no training in firearms.
I have
As it
stats in firearm.
misses like just a little bit. Esme, for you, it's a little different. With a messy critical, it comes down to treating this a little like a performance, where every second and breath counts. Whereas the bullets are still moving through, it takes an incredible amount of resolve not to move and stray into the path of one bullet or the other. Flipping up the sight, adjusting it as it approaches, and aiming a direction, and then adjusting the sight again. And rather than aiming ahead, aiming upwards. As you fire and it... Because by the time it makes it to a destination, the drone's wing will have passed overhead, and it will... There's a slight explosion of flame as the grenade concussive round hits. The wing spins offwards, and the drone itself goes the other direction. And you can see a spiral of flame and smoke before it hits the water and starts disassembling and skidding across before slowly sinking. This yacht is a mess, though.
Yeah.
And the one problem with a drone is it's automated. There's nothing to say that there isn't another one on the way.
Oh, definitely.
And almost always drones are set in pairs usually.
All right, I'm gonna make sure the other two Sabbat members are getting onto their yachts.
Yeah, they are. They have offered as well. Like, if you don't have to like get on.
Remind me, the Ventru was up from up north, and the Toreadors from out west.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Ventru.
Okay.
Where's Esme going? I assume back to the.
I'm going with Dion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Better.
That's no question.
yeah, no, I just take Michael.
Where's Willow going?
Oh,
Good
that's a
question.
good question.
I said he's going back to the boat.
Which boat?
There's,
Zodiac.
Okay.
Ah, the Zodiac. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Izzy will. Izzy will tell Esme, good shot, and just leave
Okay.
with Michael.
The rest of you within that time frame, and it's a quick few seconds as you hit within probably the both of you hit within probably I'd say the 29.5 second mark in Dion's head. So it's
Do you still have Rose slung over your back too?
Neptune is on his back, like piggybacking, and then he has Rose bridal style.
Nice.
Ew. And I've got a grenade launcher.
Mm-hmm.
A freshly fired grenade launcher.
Yep.
Hey, it's a grenade launcher.
Literally jumping off the boat into the other boat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Welcome, you two. Didn't make the cut. Just you two barely made the cut.
Get in the boat.
Dion, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Have you ever started an outboard motor?
I'm Floridian.
Fair enough.
Looks like he damn well should have. God.
Used to hurricane season. Any destination you headed to in the Zodiac?
Well, I don't fucking trust our original place we set out from.
With this, you will have enough fuel to either you can either get to Mokulai or you can get to Oahu. Like, those are the two island options. It will be very close.
Oahu or what was the other one?
Mokulai is the one that's closer. But that's more of like a vacation scenery getaway type of thing. Oahu's the island where a lot of people go to.
Looks like fucking Oahu because we're gonna have to leave out of fucking probably the Honolulu airport.
Okay.
So this is fine. So just as we're sailing off, are we taking bets on if Izzy's going to attempt to like kill one of those other leaders or not?
You will essentially be screaming this because you're competing with waves in a very loud
Yeah.
manner.
I put it like 70-30 odds.
Honestly, I couldn't care less what Izzy does.
Just ask.
Hmm?
Just ask.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll tell you in detail if they plan to kill them or not.
Here's the thing. If I never have to see Izzy again, I won't complain.
Rude, but okay.
Right in front of his roommate.
Willow's just kind of gives you a look like, he's thinking some things.
Oh, don't you dare judge me right now. You and your master and your roommate got us into this.
He's gonna look at Esme, like, and give me a reason not to shove him off the boat.
I'm just still holding the fucking grenade launcher. And I just look at the staked woman in his arms and be like, listen, you have no room to talk as far as subpar bosses.
He was dominated.
If mine's got a god complex, we've all got our problems.
Excellent.
What have I said about psychoanalyzing me?
I would never.
You'll hurt yourself doing that.
God damn. Holy shit.
He's cranky.
To be fair,
Little bit.
I think all of us are cranky, to be honest.
I told you he's not Vincent. He's not a good boy.
That's fair.
They're all low key pissed at each other except for
For varying reasons.
yeah.
Izzy's ghoul told Dion to do something. Well, ask nicely, but the same thing.
Yeah. I was gonna have to correct it.
It was an insult all the same in his mind.
You dominate. You compelled the ghoul.
Like, no.
Rose almost shot me. And then Willow probably would have shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew you well enough though to pause.
And I tossed you the phone to make sure you didn't
You
have
did-
hands free.
Yeah, you did not get thrown out of the glass window, which is fortunate, but would have been really cool to do.
Yeah.
So, like, do we think Rose still has an exit strategy out of Hawaii if she was sort of like,
Probably.
If this was a suicide mission all along.
Oh my god, she does. No.
I mean, if she was
What do you
dominated,
mean?
we don't
She
know.
was going to be up in that deck by herself as that drone hit.
If she was under the influence of another, I don't know how many times I have to say this.
Okay, if she was under the influence, she's still the one who set up this meeting. How long has she been under that dominate?
It's very easy to reinforce bonds like that when they're already in place. Trust
Exactly.
me.
So this whole thing likely was a result of that.
Not
And
of
this
her
whole
free
thing was
will.
a suicide mission.
You know what? I'm not talking about it anymore.
Okay, you want to
Question, 'cause I'm
unstake her and ask her?
curious. Who's driving the boat?
Dion,
The
Dion,
crazy Floridian.
eerily enough.
Good luck with that one.
He looks like a thrill seeker. He's having fun.
Yeah, less fun as you will have to with a Zodiac. Though it's helpful at night because there are no lights on this thing because, why would there be for something like this? You are avoiding Coast Guard vessels because a yacht essentially got torn to shreds.
Not quite exploded, but I'll take it.
I didn't say it was going to
Exploded.
explode.
Yeah, pretty close.
It
Willow
didn't-
can take over too. Like he's a veteran. He should probably actually be driving it.
But you're cuddling your master.
He's holding her,
Same difference.
so she's not on the floor, and also like
While
taking up
she's
the very
stabbed.
limited leg room they have.
I will point out
Same thing.
with the Zodiac and at the speed at which they are capable of going and ocean waves and stuff, none of you are dry through this. It is
Yeah, Neptune is stressed. Poor thing.
Oh,
Poor thing.
Yeah.
and it will take you like roughly 2 hours in this
Oh
thing
God.
to get to Oahu, from where you were at. However, as you were headed back to the shoreline there, is this yacht is not headed in that direction.
Fine. More comfortable than that thing.
But not nearly as thrilling.
But the Ventru is going in a different direction. You're not entirely sure where, but kind of comes from the like navigational deck before greeting you. Okay, well, that was a thing.
Went about as well as I expected, to be honest.
You have a very funny definition of what went well.
As expected.
Is there anywhere I should drop you off?
We'll figure that out in a few. First off, Izzy.
There's a slight pause, and you get the sense that they have probably never interacted with someone from your clan before.
It's fine. Oh yeah, I will be repairing the cannon arm and whatnot.
Daniel, who is the again particular location, seeing as everything else went horribly wrong, and a few of my childer have suggested that this meeting was a terrible idea from the start, and I look forward to them telling me I told you so, so that'll be fun.
Well, I think it's a good idea for me to get out of Miami for a while. Where exactly are you from?
Little close to the Los Angeles area, but more close but not quite. San Francisco area.
This was the venture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, if you don't mind a couple of extra passengers, that'll be a good place to start.
I do not mind a couple of extra passengers, just understand that as passengers, and as this yacht itself is my own territory as well, my word is law.
Of course. And then Izzy and Michael will go make themselves comfortable.
Okay.
Wherever they're told to.
Okay. It was just like a guest's, quarter deck.
That'll be just fine.
Alright.
I will whip out my phone and send a text to Willow. Made it out. Not sure when I'll be back.
You will not get that text out.
Yeah.
That's fine.
There's
Also, he's not checking his phone.
There's no decent service here.
It'll send eventually.
Yeah.
His hands are very full right now.
But as you head to that direction, the Zodiac crew gets to the beaches of Hawaii on, I would say it's southeast coast. Just kind of in the dead of late night. Maybe 3-ish hours before dawn, but if any of you thought you were leaving the Zodiac with any dry clothing, that's not happening. Your poor Neptune is soaked.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
He probably has claw marks, or Willow probably has claw marks just all
yeah.
up here.
Esme,
Yes.
we have to rent one of these at some point at home.
Oh no.
I like how that's Dion's takeaway from this entire thing.
I'm sure we could look into it once we get back. I think we do need to focus on what we're going to do tonight.
Do you want to wake her up before dawn, or should we just sleep for the day and try again tomorrow?
We do have limited time. It would be nice to know if we could still use her private jet. I look to Willow.
Presumably, we're already making our way towards the nearest town and hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It probably won't be a hotel. It won't be that fancy.
Motel.
Oh boy.
Hotel. Motel. Holiday.
Holiday Inn.
God damn it.
Oh no. Oh, that means I'm gonna have to take my fucking clan bane.
Oh no. Oh,
That's
no.
-2 dice
Oh,
until we're in prettier surroundings. At least we were on a good yacht before.
Oh, Hawaii as a whole is pretty.
Motel isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, what does our benevolent gay whatever.
Storyteller.
Our
There it
benevolent
is.
gay?
No!
Our benevolent gay?
No!
Yep.
I was gonna say game master, but I'm like, that's not the right word. I cut it off at the wrong point.
You did.
Or the storyteller. What do you think? Is the motel pretty enough for me to not take bane severity?
God, I'm gonna.
Killed him. Good job.
I broke him. I broke it at him.
Benevolent gay needs to be one of my new social media
Listen,
handles.
no,
I
I am
swear.
the benevolent gay. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Do we need an intermission?
Oh, okay.
We might do.
Oh god. Oh shit. Okay.
Turn the cameras off for this one.
No, I think the equivalent, like the nicest thing you can find on the outskirts here and where you landed is kind of like a much more rural aspect of Hawaii, and so you're not gonna find much more than like the most like glamorous thing you could eat. Like your choice is between like a Motel 8 and a Days Inn.
Oh god.
Horrid.
Not exactly
Well,
those, but that's
closer.
about the choices
Yeah.
available to you.
Esme does not look happy. And in fact looks genuinely more tired.
Yep. Not.
Leon's
Super
probably covered in the dusty ass vampire fluids at this point. So maybe someone else should go to the front desk.
Dusty ass vampire fluids?
Yeah, well, I mean, don't they kind of like chalk up like mummies during torpor?
A little bit. Not
Yeah.
A little
entirely.
bit.
But not.
But you're also drenched in seawater.
Exactly. So what happens when dust gets wet?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Unpleasant things usually.
Yep. He looks like a mess. That's what I'm saying. His hair is
Oh, so
probably
the usual.
matted. He's beautiful, I'll have you know.
He's a beautiful mess.
He is. Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to the attempt for the front desk here?
I will.
He also needs to smuggle a bear cat and a body in. So.
You just stay outside, off to the side, away from lights. We'll get the rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and we can just slide you into the room.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The front desk is about as glamorous as you expected it to be. Plain, dull, and run by a middle-aged Hawaiian woman who probably has been about the town already a little bit.
Oh dear.
All right. Okay.
And with a distinctive sign, and this is the worst thing to see, but I know some fucking motels do it, and I hate them for it.
Mm-hmm.
No cards.
Wait, what?
They do not take cards or checks.
Oh no.
Oh,
I think Izzy made the right choice.
Dominate them.
Yeah, you might have to.
I can't do that.
I'll be right back.
I'd look to Dion. Either you do it, or I'm gonna have to kiss him.
That's an odd threat.
Like, all I've got's lingering kiss. Or daunt. I mean, I've got cloud memory, so I can fix it. Would you please get us a room?
Yes. Of course. It'll come at a cost later.
It always does.
It's really
And I always pay.
strange. It's really strange to hear that come from Esme, because as a kindred, you shouldn't realistically get tired, but you sound so tired.
I'm surrounded by bland and subpar. And I just want to sleep.
I'm surrounded by bland and subpar, and I just want to sleep. I want that on a t-shirt. I want it on a t-shirt so
good.
badly.
Merch coming soon.
Oh my god. It's too good.
Amazing.
You know, there are sites to make t-shirts like that. I think that might just have to happen.
It might
oh my
do.
God.
It might be necessary. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking funny. Anyways, I don't think it really needs to be all that complicated to mesmerize and get that sorted, right?
Not entirely, but I am going to have you make, at the very least, a charisma persuasion.
Charisma persuasion.
Yes, it shouldn't be that
Okay.
hard, but the only reason I'm making you roll that is because Hawaiian natives are very entrenched in their beliefs, whatever they may be. So,
Well, I know what angle I'm gonna go with because his family are Greek immigrants, so the hospitality thing is big there. Hospitality is more or less a thing in Hawaii, other than the tourist bullshit.
mm-hmm.
So that's the angle he'll go with. And you said charisma plus persuasion.
Yep.
And we do look like drowned cats,
Ew.
which should be a buff, not a hindrance.
So
Like, we need a room.
I do want to say, I don't know how well this will go, but I am rolling 8 dice for charisma plus persuasion.
You should be okay.
Do it. Yeah! I already
We'll
said
see
it
how
wasn't
well
hard.
goes.
Let's hear those clickety clacks.
I've got 4 successes. 4, yeah, 4 successes.
You're good. Yeah. She will yield to that. And she. This really does go to show the lackluster nature of it, because it is one of those just like plain keys that you handed, and it's just there's not even. It's not like a key card or anything like that. It's a regular plain key, and it's just like a sharpied number on it.
Oh dear.
And Esme's gonna cloud memory just in case.
Okay.
And she'll know she sold it to someone, and that there were no issues, but she won't remember what we look like, or won't realize she doesn't remember us. She remembers she sold the room, someone's in the room, she doesn't remember who.
Okay.
Just in case and somehow someone finds us at this dinky little motel.
Yep, you are in room 11.
Yay.
And there was a slight strange look that she gave all of you, but it kind of mellows itself out as this motel room is boring in every sense. There's just the very regular single bed in there, the small like chairs and desk situation, and bathroom and small shower area, and it looks like a microwave, but probably one that's from the 70s.
Dear.
And a single light switch and a lamp. Basically, that is it with a telephone. That's it. There's nothing superb about this.
Alright, I guess figure out what we're going to do.
As you say that, the light bulb overhead burns out.
God damn it.
I'm never stepping foot in this state again.
I put the do not disturb sign on the door.
It has it's half of it has been ripped and taped back together with scotch tape.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they don't invest in anything new. They're just gonna keep using the old stuff until it can't be used anymore.
Just in case, I'm also going to stick a chair on, at the door.
Okay. You will have to grab it from the base and from the back, because if you just grab it, it's gonna come off.
Yeah.
And I use Feral Whispers to send Neptune out into a nearby patch of woods and to stay hidden before I go in. Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually all for that, because it means
Yep.
he can kind of dry off and not be in any of your horrible mess at his own leisure for a little bit.
Yeah, he's very apologetic and even helps him find a grub or something, and then stay here. See you next nightfall, and then he'll go back inside with to make sure they haven't done anything to Rose.
Excuse you.
They haven't, luckily.
Are
I'm
the
assuming.
Yeah, no, we don't give a shit about Rose.
She stopped existing to me as someone important the moment I noticed the dominate, I'm not gonna lie.
What kind of pleb gets dominated?
Exactly.
Are the curtains sunlight proof, or do I need to throw up a blanket too?
You will probably have to sacrifice the overhanging comforter as a.
Is there one of those terrible, I call them voyeur chairs, the the little,
That's what you call them, sure.
one of those chairs that he can use to jam the door with?
Yeah.
I already did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, cool.
But yes, I was thinking of exactly what you call them. What I did it.
Okay. Okay. What time is it at this point?
Probably about 3:30ish in the morning.
Okay. So, we could wake her now. Try to. However, I don't think we're getting out of here tonight, obviously, and would it be kinder to spare her this hotel room and this experience?
I believe she's still cognizant. She still has to suffer, just as I
Is
have.
she? And he'll kind of like give her like a very closer look. Well,
Have
You said she
never
was.
been-
senses are limited, I'm sure, at least.
Willow, have you never been sent unwillingly into torpor?
No, believe it or not.
Yeah, that
I
is actually
stay out of
surprising.
trouble. No, I can't say that. Never mind. At least I'm smart when I do it.
Mm.
So,
See, my sire put me into torpor 3 times in order to preserve me from the end of the world. It got really tiring.
okay, that's nice.
Trauma dumps. All right. Anyway,
Trauma? No. That's his villain origin story.
isn't that what it is? You know,
Same.
difference.
Trauma, villain origin story. Really the same.
Yeah, it's just flavor.
Um,
So, did you say there's only like one single bed?
Yep.
Cool.
I will point out it's not even a queen. It's like a.
Is it?
It's like a.
Is it like a twin?
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like
full.
yeah, it's like a
Oh.
full.
Or not a full or a twin? They're very different.
Full.
Full. Okay.
Both are even pretty crowded. Like,
I think calling this
I have a full.
a motel rather than a hostel is false advertising.
Well, I would.
they probably just think we're. Never mind. It's totally in
We
cash, by the
do
way.
keep trying, but you keep saying no.
Yeah, amazing.
I say we try not to kill each other tonight, and wake her.
Was that
Yeah.
a possibility?
I'm
Willow's
willing to
very
play
upset
nice.
that I torpored his little master.
Oh. You did what you had to. I likely would have done something similar.
Mm.
There
I'm
was
just
a
thinking
loud,
realistic. What?
loud rumbling as a semi passes.
Oh my god.
How does this place keep getting worse?
At least we effectively die when the sun comes up. We're not going to be disturbed by this.
That's also why I put the chair at the door, so in case
Right.
the people here ignore do not disturb signs.
I think they would know better than that. You can walk in on some things staying in places like this. Yeah, okay, let's just, I don't know, we could wake her, but I don't know what the point is right now.
Yeah, so why don't we just put her in the bathtub?
We can sit her up in the corner.
I mean, put her in the bathtub so she's not directly in the line of sight of anything.
We're all gonna look like this come sunrise.
Okay, only one of us has a stake through the fucking heart, though.
Just covered with a
Still look
blanket. We'll be
pretty
fine.
cozy. Yeah.
But
he'll,
that
like,
way,
yeah.
I mean, as
No.
long as she's not in the bed.
No, he's not gonna put her in the bed. He's gonna put her, like, probably where the chair was, up against the wall, and then put, like...
How is that more comfortable than the bed than the bathtub?
This is not a porcelain floor. She can't feel it much.
Exactly.
So just let her. It's not dignified. Bathtubs aren't dignified. She's not an actual body right now. We are not trying to wash away
People
the
sleep in
evidence.
bathtubs, don't they?
When they're very drunk.
No, they do not. I don't know what your life was like, but I certainly did not sleep in any bathtub.
Excuse you.
So
How
much drinking.
dare
So
you?
very much drinking.
That and the choreography is just 10 out of 10.
So then,
You know what? Dion and I are taking to bed.
They have come so
Please.
fucking far.
I am starting to worry about you two killing each other now that I've noticed this. Okay.
I just want to sleep.
And do so.
What is it the kids say? Something about vibes? I don't like the vibes in here.
The vibes are rancid.
The vibes are incredibly rancid.
Yeah, he's gonna sit on the floor sort of next to her, and he's just gonna open his phone.
The bright light setting of the lamp goes off, and now it's just stuck in dim.
What is happening? Do we have like one of those Techaverse vampires with us that is just destroying this room slowly?
Alessandra?
That's it.
God, I wish. No.
Nice.
Are we sure?
Maybe it's a poltergeist. Maybe it's a foretelling.
The foretelling of what?
That
I
your
don't
lights are
know.
gonna go out.
It's not my area of expertise.
Oh wow! Christ's sakes, Jesus fucking Christ!
Have I mentioned
I told you, he's a garbage man. I don't. And you've put him in a literal cage, which is like his least favorite thing. For
We
obvious,
live in a zoo.
it's a free-range zoo. I'll have you know, except for the humans that unfortunately tend to wander in unannounced.
They're not problems for long.
Yeah. We do have a holding cell for them, and that's all Izzy's territory.
It's a free range zoo except for the people.
Except for the people.
It's the urban explorers that go missing.
Oh no.
Peacocks, gators, whatever, they're fine. They're free.
I want an Urban Explorer rundown zoo.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't know. That sounds pretty great, actually.
Yeah.
I want to go hug a giraffe.
Anyways,
No, it's like the recent Last of Us episode.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart. Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
Esme,
Yes.
we're reassessing literally our entire social circle and who we become friends with after this.
Absolutely.
Good night.
Night. I tuck Dion in with just the sheet that's left
Just gonna ask with
because the
what you-
comforter's fucking gone.
Willow's literally on a dating profile until it's it's time for bed, basically.
Until you literally just shut down like a
For
computer.
the next 3 hours, just right.
Esme probably tries to clean up somewhat,
Yeah, he doesn't care.
but we don't exactly have our bags or our luggage or anything.
no, and keep in mind, you've been exposed to salt water, and salt water in clothes is awful.
Yep.
He would actually, I take that back. He would shower because he needs to get that shit out of his hair.
Are we able to like wash our clothes or at least rinse them in the water? I mean, we're gonna be like everything's gonna have time to dry over the next like what 12 hours.
Yeah.
We can all do that. Yeah.
So everyone's naked.
Amazing.
Escalating, right? Joey is just like,
We're all
what
gonna
the
be
fuck is
dead
this?
for 12 hours. Like it's not like anything's gonna happen.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
And also,
Like-
we've literally already seen all of us naked.
You no. I don't think he's been to one of your orgy meetings.
I thought we said he had. And that's how
No.
we knew him.
Oh, is that? Oh,
I
Wasn't
do
it?
remember this discussion. I
Oh.
do very much remember this
Okay.
discussion.
Okay, then yeah, sure.
You just
sure.
haven't been back. Because you
Yeah.
realized it was a cult.
Yeah, that's true.
You went to one thinking it was a party and left realizing, oh, that was a cult. Let's not do that
And we
again.
just keep
Yeah, this is
asking
what
you
I
to
meant
come
by
back.
being into priest things. Thank you. Bye.
Yep. With the the 5-star stay crew, figuring out how to best approach Izzy, your stay is very accommodating, comfortable. This yacht not as large as what Rose's was, but it's a good. It's only about a third the size of what Rose's was, but it's still nice for what it is. There's like sat signal for radio and stuff, so you're able to listen to certain things nearby. There's like a small library of like books. Looks like there's actually like its own portable powered like DVD or Blu-ray player for movies and whatnot.
Very nice. Izzy's not going to do anything special other than just give the room a good once over and just. Sure, it is. It's owned by a vampire, but I'm going to make sure it's light-proof.
Okay.
Like, I have no doubt that it actually is, but
It is ridiculously light-proof.
good. Make sure all the locks work. Just see if I can, find any hidden cameras as I'm giving a cursory look around.
No hidden cameras. Locks work. In fact, it's a digital set lock, so you are able to, as given permission by the Avenger Daniel, he has undone the code there, and for the duration of your stay, and as long as it'll make you feel a little more comfortable, you may set the code at your leisure.
Yeah, we're still trying to unravel what the fuck.
Thank you very much.
Is
I'm
very
gonna
cool.
make a note here. Where are the... All right, yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the night as best I can.
Neo's
Okay.
convinced. Did that shit just evolve, or is that the effects of the world?
Alright. As the night comes to a close and day arrives, the yacht here is running off of a small autopilot function, going to predetermined currents and making travel time quicker. It will take you a significant amount of time
No.
to get to San Francisco
Reggie?
with something like this.
Mm-hmm.
There is enough fuel and stuff to make it to that point, but it will be close.
I will make no attempt to be anything but a model guest.
Okay.
Unless, of course, he pulls some shit.
Yeah, that's fair. Back at the Marriott Hotel, all of you.
Now you listen here. The Marriott's fine compared to this.
I know what I said.
Unfortunately true. Unfortunately true.
I know what I said. Awakening the next night. The thing that awakens you probably the most distinctly is perhaps whomever came during the day and is staying in the room above at night, as you can hear the distinctive like creaking in footsteps, as if they are just, as I've suffered before in the past, where people just pace for seemingly forever, and what the fuck could they be doing in 300 square feet? But who the fuck knows?
Someone's about to become fucking lunch if they don't shut the fuck up there.
As if adding insult to injury, at night is when the semis and truckers start moving.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Oh. Oh,
Should
right.
browse check.
Browse checks.
Yep.
God damn it!
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hungry. I'm pretty hungry actually.
I get hungry.
Well,
That person is in fact going to be lunch. I'm at 3.
Listen, the one benefit of this motel, it's basically a lunchbox.
Literally.
Also, I did some Googling. That island you guys are on has a total population of about 73,000 people.
Oahu?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys went to Oahu?
Yeah.
Am I looking at the wrong one?
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Oahu's
With
larger.
Honolulu?
No, okay. I thought you went to the other one.
No.
My bad. I misunderstood.
No,
I was laughing my ass off
we went to
earlier.
Oahu because Honolulu is where the airport is.
Okay, I completely misheard that. Never mind then.
You were all awake. All of your clothes are not fully dry, but they are in a significantly better state than when they were.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Willow's gonna hang out in his underwear until he has to put clothes on. He's
Fair enough.
I'll just
He's-
walk around in the buff.
great. He's gonna remove the steak from Rose without even warning the other two.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Why
I mean,
not?
honestly, Rose is going to be more surprised than we are.
I think she'll just be disappointed. She's old.
Disappointment is not the first thing that crosses her face. She honestly, like Esme the night before, just looks very tired.
Yeah, that's fair.
So she's up. She's conscious.
It's taking her a moment, but yeah.
Okay. He doesn't bombard or anything.
Okay.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. I think I've been out a day,
Yep.
a night, whatever.
It's next night. What all do you remember?
Well, unfortunately, I remember most of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Are
rest
you-
are feelings and senses. Lots of noise. I remember a lot of noise. And feeling like I got drenched in a rainstorm.
Yes, yeah. So are you aware that you were under some sort of definitely higher level dominate powers?
Remember overhearing that. I'm aware of it now.
And you're aware that you did, try to shoot me.
Well, you seem fine, so I guess you'll live.
Oh, yeah, it's because you had a shitty gun.
You're welcome.
You are a viscerally unlikable person, you know that?
Well, I didn't get to where I was by being a likable person.
Right. So do you know why your gun was deliberately jammed?
Yes, I actually do. It's actually quite a simple state of affairs.
And
No,
who's
of
it?
course I don't.
Listen, I don't know what you know.
So who is someone who you've interacted with recently or have even I don't know. But like who's someone strong enough to do this to you and what would their intentions be? Aside from the obvious sabotage, but why?
If they were strong enough to dominate a kindred, the likelihood that they could have messed with some memories are also pretty high up there.
It's worth asking.
I I can think of a few certain meetings I've had in the past year or two with various leaders of certain pack circles. I, myself, am realistically, as loath as I am to admit it to certain individuals, am of a, shall we say, younger group. So, I do involve myself in the politics of those elder to me. Most recently, though I don't know her entire being or the woman that I introduced you to briefly, Dr. Briley, she potentially has that capability, though I don't know what her gain would be from it.
Mhm. I really doubt Esme was the target here, so do you know any other reasons why the people on this ship could have been targeted? And how they had access to military drones?
Well, as to why certain individuals were targeted, the Lady of Clan Toyota, I'm not entirely sure what her grand import is, but she has a fair amount of influence eastward. As to what, I'm not entirely sure, but it has to do with I want to say it's acts of generosity. Oof. As for Ventru, he has a fairly
I don't.
hilarious network, using that term in such a ridiculously broad and plain term, as he has a, shall we say, a dark net chat program that encompasses most of the world, actually. It's how certain cells can keep in contact with each other.
Horrifying. Cool. Glad we all survived. Do we have a way out? Out of Hawaii. Still.
Well, I would suggest my private jet, however, given recent events, it's fair to say that plan might be compromised in its entirety.
Right.
Uh, it's a good thing I was already researching flights out of here before we got here.
I
Well, we can't take a human plane.
know
Groger
that
was with
in
the
itself
captain
provides
literally
danger.
2 months ago.
Perhaps a cargo ship.
Cargo ship might be
To be
an
fair, I had
option, though there's no way to sway which direction that goes.
What?
And if we take a cargo ship, there's always the risk of it
Not the
going in a
second
direction
time.
that we most definitely do not want it to
I'm
go.
kidding.
We can't
I'm
exactly
kidding.
divert it, because if we divert it, that brings attention, and attention brings Coast Guard, and Coast Guard can potentially involve the Navy.
Do you have any other wealthy contacts here who are also vampire? Or a friend who might know a friend here?
Yes, but He and I are not on the best of terms.
Why is that? Can it be remedied at least for a couple days?
And not
Um,
without a favor owed.
mm. Okay, anyone else have any suggestions?
Can I ask what particular group of politics your contact falls under first?
The dreaming.
Oh, fantastic. I'd almost rather ask the Camarilla Prince. Ugh. We could...
Strong arm it.
I don't know our chances of successfully compelling a rich or famous mortal to let us use their private jet back when they return to the United States, but it's an option. It's a little more open to being witnessed, depending, but it's an option. As much as I'm absolutely thrilled by the idea of a cargo ship, those are long journeys, and we would be noticed eventually when crew members get a little too woozy too frequently from blood loss.
Yeah. We'd have to intentionally go into torpor and then have one of us stay awake.
Yes, there's also technically cruise ships, but that opens the same can of worms, only with even more witnesses.
There is one option, and I don't like this option, but it is a potential one.
Hmm.
We could see which vessels are making rounds back to the US that are leaving Pearl.
You want us to infiltrate a naval ship?
I'm just tossing out options. I'm not
I
saying
like the
one.
audacity of it. I'm not going to lie. It's a very ambitious idea. So definitely keep track of it if nothing else comes up.
They're fast and they have a lot of people on them.
And we know they'll be going to US soil on their next stop. Hmm.
So either we hunt down someone with a private jet at the airport and take over their plane mid-flight, except for the pilot.
Oh yeah, that won't cause nationwide panic and draw attention to ourselves, I'm sure.
No, not at all. No.
Curiosity. Esme, check social media, see if there are any celebrities posting about being in Hawaii, just to have a list ready.
All right,
I'm
I'll
just
get on it.
saying I wouldn't turn down the ability to just tell one of the Kardashians what to do. I'm just saying. It would be a little funny.
Okay,
I'm doing it. I'm looking through Instagram and
no,
such.
you will not be. Because you spent a few hours on the Zodiac, drenched.
Ah, shit.
Willow's phone only lasted until, like, they were sent into that state. And only because Willow's phone is a slightly older model. So, uh, you may need a bag of rice.
Know if you've seen how waterproof new phone models can be, but it's kind of intense. I think the problem for some of them is more just holding a charge.
So we're probably going to need to go see about buying some burner phones.
Well, there's a couple of neighbors, likely with phones or chargers.
We do need to eat.
Do need to eat. But let's continue going over our options before we set out, because that is paramount. So, I, how would we hide on a naval vessel? Let's answer that question.
We ghoul someone.
I'm sorry, say
We
again?
sorry. We ghoul a few people. And
Ooh.
put ourselves in a cargo container with whatever else they're carrying. And then make sure they are keeping us safeguarded.
Ghoul, a naval sailor, sounds
Yeah, the movie just does not interest me.
decent, actually.
Honestly, sounds very Izzy.
It does.
Like, if it ends up being really good, I might consider it, but, like,
As much as I hate to
just the thought
suggest it,
doesn't look.
if we each took a ghoul, we'd have a proper rotation to work with.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it is a decent option.
At least one or two, actually. It's not like we're. Well, I don't know what your opinions are, but I don't intend to enslave him for life, so.
It's
We
more of
just.
a gift, really.
Right. I think that'll be actually
That
not too hard to do. They party a lot.
going off of that, if we find in particular a group that happens to be celebrating that they're going to be returning to the mainland, they'd be easy targets.
Mm-hmm. We find a base. Find the bar nearest to the base.
Mm-hmm.
Easily find them.
And I mean, realistically, our drenched clothes or not, we're all objectively good-looking kindred.
You think I'm good looking?
That has never been the question. It's your
We
personality
wouldn't
that
keep
I have
inviting
problems
you
with.
if you weren't.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Oh, don't
Not
worry,
important.
Rose. You don't get an invitation.
I'm so
They
lost.
have these spiritual orgies things at their club. I mean, I'm sorry, group religion.
Please let wife say fuck.
Okay. Right.
You asked. You asked for
I
context.
did, and I am learning very quickly that that
Yeah.
was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. But do you think this could work then?
Probably. It's not a
would-
great plan. It's not a bad one either.
I would feel
Glowing fucking mushrooms and smoke. I want to live
a
here.
little better if we could get closer to the base and get a lay of the land for a night before we actually execute the plan.
Yeah.
And is anyone aware of how territory in Honolulu and the base are even divided.
No.
That might be somewhat prominent of a problem.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I want to say if we just announce ourselves and we're targeting people who aren't even really of here, then it won't be much of an issue.
As long as we don't cross the Camarilla, at least, because I don't trust our chances right now, the four of us against a pissed off Camarilla.
Yeah, that was kind of the intention of having the... I think, at least, I think that was the intention of having the meeting not on island, so I wasn't stepping on anyone's toes, but...
Is anyone... Are you recognizable to Hawaii's native Cam?
Me? No. Actually, not really. This is probably the most humble and form of humility that Willow will, and all of you will ever see Rose.
Mhm.
I am quite literally not important enough to be paid attention to.
Fair enough. So, and none of us have ever been to Hawaii before this, so if worst comes to worst, while we're trying to make our exit, we're Camarilla from out of town, and we got fucked over by the Sabbat. Can we make that a convincing enough story?
Well, it's not entirely false in certain aspects.
Listen.
Oh?
I was Camarilla. My disappearance in the Camarilla wasn't exactly advertised.
Well, as long as... In what? In Miami or elsewhere?
I think Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they've not been in contact and they won't know you then.
No, I had a pretty specific job. I don't think so.
Okay, so we've got a backstory we all know to stick to. We've got a basic plan, a basic outline of a plan. And if all else fails, we'll figure out how to jack a private jet, which sounds like a terrible idea, but you know.
You could do it.
Yeah.
Will the pilot.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Uh, we'll need to find a taxi or something.
We could just... It was kind of like pulls the makeshift curtain aside and it just falls.
That's just sad.
I understand your pain now. Well, there's a truck there. I could probably hotwire it.
Alright. I at some point am going to need a stop at a grocery store.
A grocery store?
Oh boy.
Neptune needs to eat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
great.
fine now, but he is not going to be fine on a cargo ship with nothing to eat. Unless, well, I guess they have a kitchen on board. They could smuggle him things. He'll need his own place. Poor thing.
Oh, in all my life, before and after, smuggling myself on a Navy ship never really crossed my mind outside of like like a bad porn script. So, this'll be.
They're, you know what? They're clean.
Okay. We
They
should
are.
all go meet the neighbors, as it were, because we're gonna need dry clothes as well. On
Yep.
top of chargers, phones if your phone happens to be shot from the water, dry clothes, phones, chargers, and just a meal. And
So
we'll.
Walmart it is then.
No.
I would rather go into Honolulu stark naked than set foot in a Walmart.
Isn't that like your... Never mind. I don't have any room to talk right now.
I had to look it up to make sure, and there is legitimately a Walmart in Honolulu, and I hate that.
Walmart is a disease.
It really is.
It's like a hive across the nation.
Ugh, disgusting.
It's an infestation.
Yeah.
It's like red ants.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyhow, that well, let's gonna go talk with Neptune for a bit.
Okay.
You're gonna. I don't know
then-
what that looks like, but
It's... The conversation to most probably looks very singular and one-directional. It's actually fairly involved. Not all of it making sense, but it's fairly involved. Esme and Dion finding at least something to slake a little bit of hunger and phones and replacements. Between like what you can find, only one of you is gonna find a phone, and it is a fairly nice phone. For like to switch clothing and stuff, for Dion, it's very Hawaiian classic in its appearance. Which I don't know how Dion vibes with that at all.
A lot of mixed feelings. None of them positive mixed feelings.
Esme, you have the choice of suffering with your current attire to some degree, or like, again, very classic, like I would say Hawaiian, like casual, that kind of like meshes with whatever you kind of go with, but it's plain.
I suppose it's important to have more sets of clothes. I'm just suffering at this point.
Okay. We'll see how that goes at some point, but we're gonna skip and fast forward probably probably 20 some odd days ahead. As Izzy, you have finally made landfall at the docks here. The Ventru has finally stepped off. Well, we've made it to our destination. Any particular direction that you need to go, or are you still following?
I think I'll follow for the moment.
Alright.
During the journey, I I would attempt to play nice, learn about the state of the city that I am about to be in, this person's place in it, whatever local politics are going on. Just kind of know what I'm getting myself into.
Okay. A lot of the politics are marred and damaged from the effects of Los Angeles. That just in itself causes problems. And it bleeds down into it bleeds into the San Francisco area. So the politics are messy. Messy and pretty unstable. There is an Inquisition presence here, and it does seem to be more active than most places that you're aware of. Territories are ever shifting and trading and expanding and shrinking. It's very much what you have heard, kind of like what New Orleans is like currently, which is that's a whole other mess.
Yeah, the Wild West, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he steps to kind of the parking lot of where this dock is, and a very nice, like, smaller, like, brown black limo pulls up. Well,
I guess that depends. Also, I do want to.
Throughout our conversations, did I get the impression that he could benefit from a kindred of my particular expertise?
Because originally, when I looked in this, I couldn't tell if it was Summer or Maria.
he did seem to be very interested in your clan, and it seemed like there are some. He did determine there is some value
I can't tell if that's Summer or if that's the
in you to some degree or another.
It's obviously heavily implied that everything needs
Well, given that I know literally one person that knows a damn thing about this city, I think if Daniel's up for it, I'll stick around with him, and I can do some work for him for a little while.
for future.
Build up whatever resources I can over here before. No, those are my dice.
Yes.
Before making my trek back east.
With Silver Eye.
Okay.
That kind of did the big die.
As you are driven to this limousine drives to a kind of farther away and exterior to San Francisco into a much more suburban rural area. As he exits, it's a
And so now we're just not entirely sure.
it is a fairly nice graveyard setting. It is
I don't fucking know.
very gothic in architecture.
Because it can't be Ascension because he just said
As
you don't even remember. So it's like, what the fuck? And
as he
still-
exits,
For fuck's sake, the animal's name is Juniper.
follow me.
Like, come on.
Absolutely follow. Just keep an eye out. Note what I see.
He does note to leave his have his ghoul stay at the driver's wheel. Make a
Was just released today.
intelligence insight.
Intelligence insight. All right. Um, what would the state of my hunger be at this point? I was at 3 before the
He's had enough
time skip.
supply to keep your hunger slaked by 1 each time, so you pretty much have stayed neutral.
Okay, that's fine. You said intelligence insight, right?
Yep.
Excellent.
How many of them are still there?
Ooh, let me get all these dice out of here.
Hello again.
1.
1.
Yeet.
1.
1 is
I said hello again.
If
enough to
this roll is a failure,
No.
I did roll a bestial.
Haha.
Oh. Okay.
I had to wait 2 years.
It is still a success, though you won't be able to post as much.
Okay, that's
the
fine.
one little detail that I will give you is when he says,
I had to wait 10 years.
wait here. There is a slight tinge in his voice and a slight reaction in his face. It's very minuscule. But he almost looks a little confused as to why he said that.
Okay. I'll just have Michael keep an eye out because he can see shit a lot easier than I can. Yeah, he's got a much better wits and awareness than I do.
Okay.
Oh, and by now my stats have returned to normal.
And Michael is with you, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. You walk into sort of the center court area of this graveyard, and there is a dark SUV with fine tinted windows. The lights on it are clearly off. No license plates. There are, what you can ascertain, there are 4 figures.
Mhm.
And one figure as well.
I'm yelling.
Slightly shorter in stature, more feminine build. Looking a little bit, takes you a little bit to recognize the individual. This does look like the woman that you met initially. For the very first
Okay.
task.
I sneezed really loudly and I thought you all heard it.
As Daniel walks up, and do you want to hang back for a moment, or?
Don't take too long. I'll hang back for a moment, but I will. I want to see if Michael can read whatever lips he can see.
Okay.
Don't know what role that would be. That should be a wits awareness, or
Yeah, this is wits awareness.
I think it got lost.
I am paranoid, so there's another willpower spent. He is now out of willpower.
Okay.
4.
4. Okay. Yeah, he'll be able to read a bit of the lips here. The conversation, what you can determine, these 4 individuals, they probably equate to being thin blood, more than likely.
Okay.
Not ghouls, for sure. Just the way they kind of exude their confidence and presence, it's just a little bit more than a ghoul would.
Aw, shit.
And with that being the case, there is a distinctive, Michael is able to observe, and he'll let you know that each one of these individuals, just from what he can see and how they're standing, This is an intense group, as there is no doubt in his mind that these 4 individuals are probably carrying a 9mm sidearm, and each one probably has slung and hidden in their coats MP7s. They are not fucking around when they're carrying their armaments.
Okay.
As that is to occur, and bits and pieces of conversation, and you can only read so much because people shift a little bit when they talk and such.
Yeah.
But there is a brief question of how the meeting went. There's conversation of if anything went wrong. There's clarification that things did go wrong.
Can I try to read Dr. What's-Her-Face's reaction
Yeah,
whenever
go for
she's
it.
informed what happened?
Yeah. That's going to be...
Wits Insight?
Yeah,
That's
that's Wits
generally what we
Insight.
go with.
Yeah.
Another willpower for me. 1. All right, that's only 2.
Only 2. Okay. He's very stoic. It's really hard to tell.
Fair.
But as that report comes in, she asks one more question of, did anyone get hurt? And Daniel responds with, miraculously, no. These all happen in simultaneous succession. The MP7s are drawn. The dark green lasers are all... One is aimed at Michael, 3 at you. And... Barley, very neutral state, calmly says, good to know. And we'll drop the Ventru with a Cold Python.
Nice. Okay.
That right
Okay.
there will lead us into the final session.
So,
Oh my god!
Angus, you still feeling good about your choice
Oh,
on
absolutely.
how to exit?